Over 1,000 years ago, centuries before Columbus and Viking longships ventured across the Atlantic, Polynesian voyaging canoes pushed out into the uncharted waters in the Pacific and found Hawaii, the planet's most isolated landmass. Hawaii forced the original explorers to quickly learn how to live in balance with natural resources and our environment, and provided enough food to feed an entire population without the large-scale imports of today. Now, our entire planet is entering even more dangerous, uncharted waters. Climate change, an explosion of technology, and a finite amount of natural resources force us to summon the same courage as those who headed out into the unknown. Now, Hawaii is having to learn to chart a new path.
95% of what we consume, we import. 90% of the energy that we need to maintain our lifestyle is imported. We start to question the ability for us to have enough fresh water.
Hawaii has a number of challenges and opportunities in the face of those challenges. I think the most immediate is the fact that we have a climate crisis that's moving very rapidly.
The challenges here are great. They're really important. They're, in some ways, decades ahead of what other people are experiencing elsewhere. So this is the front line.
Beginning with the Hawaiian Renaissance in the 1970s, coupled with renewed environmental awareness and an energy revolution at the turn of the 21st century, Hawaii has emerged at the leading edge of the sustainability movement.
There is an amazing movement that's redefining Hawaii, and we're essentially just going back to learn how to be islanders again.
Hawaii's isolated islands and small electric grids have long been subject to a crippling dependence on imported oil. But now, the nation's highest rate of solar panel installation, a high penetration of electric vehicles, and new battery storage options are forcing Hawaii to rethink and redesign the traditional energy utility model. Hawaii's tropical forests and reefs teem with hundreds of unique species found nowhere else on Earth. But Hawaii is now known as the extinction capital of the world.
We've let too many slip away, but it's forced our islands to pioneer work in community-based marine management, conservation partnerships between public and private landowners, and incredible efforts to rehabilitate species. We are playing catch-up, fast.
The Aloha Plus Challenge lays out strong, statewide 2030 sustainability goals endorsed by county mayors, the governor, and other key leaders. Hawaii is the only state in the country to have clear sustainability targets embraced by the state legislature and every single county.
We cannot address the issues that we face in Hawaii in our silos. You have to address food security with energy security at the same time. You have to address water security. All of these are integrated issues.
Hawaii has a strong and thriving indigenous culture that has influenced and mixed with later migrations of American, European, and Asian populations.
We recognize that all these different worldviews make us stronger. And if you're going to tackle these big problems, it helps to have many hands and many perspectives.
Hawaii's image as paradise belies the serious challenges that it continues to face. Invasive species, soil loss, and climate change impacts are significant issues that deserve investment and sustainable solutions.
I think the greatest opportunity for Hawaii is actually at the water, energy, food nexus. What's often seen as a barrier, which is Hawaii's geographic isolation and size, I would say is actually an asset, because you can really look at those ridge to reef solutions or Mauka to Makai solutions, and it really builds on Hawaii's culture of sustainability and systems thinking.
We have some of the most wide-ranging ecosystems, from high alpine summits to coral reefs. And things like climate change, global warming, can be studied here in a way that you can't find access to those systems almost anywhere else.
The advantages of developing a global model on an island is that you have a finite area to work with. From that, you can scale it up.
Time is our most limited resource, and our greatest asset is people. And Hawaii stands out because the people part of the equation is really working well.
Hawaii is moving towards the balance, and when Hawaii achieves it, it becomes that starlight for the rest of the world to see and know that it can be done. That's the gift.
This is why philanthropists, scientists, elected leaders, educators, business leaders, and change makers are finding ways in Hawaii to merge the past and present, science and spirit, and protect our Earth as a fragile island floating in space.